And a good Friday morning to you. Happy Friday. And yeah, if you think I just rolled out of bed, you'd be right. But yesterday was a good day in Major League Baseball. I've learned one thing for sure. My gut handicap is not good, but the computer numbers, not bad so far. So let's go to the board here and we'll dig into the action for today. But first of all, recapping yesterday, cashed on the Miami Marlins, cashed on the Athletics. That was a nice win. 1-0 over the Yankees. I needed that one at a plus 201, cashed on the White Sox at the plus 176, and was so close to a great win with Colorado, but they got walked off on a grand slam in the 12th inning last night. Otherwise, I could have cashed a plus 201, a 176, and a 186 all on the same night. Yeah, the stars were aligned a little bit for the underdogs on Thursday. That isn't going to always be the case, of course, but I'll take it for right now. Padded the bankroll a little bit. And now we'll get to the board here for Friday. Now, as we go through this board, I put on my screen, do I have an ESPN problem? And the reason why I call that out is you're going to see ESPN is on the extreme side of all but one game today with their computer numbers. And they have some massive, massive underdog numbers out there. So I don't know if that's good or bad. Maybe they reset their model here today. I'm not sure, but this is the first day, at least in my experience, since I started doing this, where they were so extreme. So I just did want to call that out today as we go through these numbers. Yeah, take note of that. And if you have any thoughts or recommendations for me, please let me know. But here we go. First game off the board. It is the Pirates at the Cubs. Afternoon baseball at Wrigley. It's always great to get day baseball. 1:20 p.m. Central start here. Good pitching matchup. Very intrigued with this one. On the computer numbers anyway, the Cubs are favored by every single site. ESPN has them as the slightest of favorites with a 50.8% win probability. Meanwhile, TeamRankings gives the Cubbies the most aggressive number at 58.1%. You average those three together. Cubs 54.1% gives implied odds of a minus 118. When I factor in the low odds, that being the slight favorite with ESPN, it's a minus 103 to Chicago. So I'd play the Cubs at a plus 104. I'm not going to get a plus 104. Best number in the market is at a minus 140 on Chicago. So scratch that one off. Now, Larry and Dan talked about this on their podcast. Larry likes the Cubs. Dan likes the Pirates. I think I will be on the Pirates today. Based on the low odds of a plus 139, I'd play Pittsburgh at a plus 148. Best prices at a plus 140 right now. And as Dan called out, you blend the numbers together. Plus 118 is the implied odds. So you're already getting good value even at the 140 on the Pirates here. But I will not touch it until it gets to the plus 148. We'll see if we close those 8 basis points during the course of the day. Quick note, curious, what is your opinion of Ballpark Pal? Yeah, cheese and gambling, very good question. I did have a subscription to Ballpark Pal last year. Great data and information out there. This year, at this point in the season, I'm not using it, but that's still subject to change. So I may bring that back into the equation. So thank you for the question there. Chess and gambling. Yeah, I guess I am a little tired this morning. Chess and gambling, thank you very much for that question today. So, but Ballpark Pal, great stats. I love some of the stuff he posts out there on Twitter as well. Okay, so officially, once again, Pittsburgh and Chicago, no play to start, but if I was going to be on a side, it'll be the Pirates. We just need the number to move just a little bit. Next up on the card, it is the Marlins and the Tigers, and Detroit has lost 5 consecutive baseball games. They dropped a 4-game set in Minnesota earlier this week. Now they go back home to host the Marlins. You got Paddock and Montero on the bump. I kind of smirk at that because both are former Minnesota Twins pitchers. So kind of funny to see there. For Miami, they're the underdog across the board here. Detroit implied odds of a minus 133. I would play the Tigers at a minus 122. Right now, best price, minus 138. I don't think I'll be involved on the Detroit side. I could come into play on Miami. I would play him at a plus 146 right now. Best price is a plus 138. So it's definitely a potential to play on the Marlins there. And once again, ESPN, most extreme, I guess, with the number there with Detroit. Okay, next up on the board, it is my only play that I have in so far today. It is the Diamondbacks and the Phillies. Take a look at the implied odds. Arizona plus 139, Phillies at a minus 139. ESPN heavily, or actually gives the least amount of love to the Phillies there at a 57.2%. FanGraphs likes the Phillies the most at a 59.3% win percentage. Why I'm on Arizona? Well, the implied odds are a plus 139. The worst number on the board gives them a plus 146, so I was willing to play at a plus 155. Number at a plus 171. Yeah, that's a play for me. I know it's tough to bet into Jesus Luzardo, but I'm going to do it today. So give me the Arizona Diamondbacks on the road at the plus 171. Next up, it is the Angels traveling to Cincinnati to take on the Reds. And here's an example of a very, very extreme number from ESPN. They're giving Cincinnati a 73.9% win probability, which gives implied odds on the Angels at a plus 283. That's just crazy to me to see that type of number in Major League Baseball. I know Burns off to a strong start this year, strong upside, going to be a tremendous pitcher, but that's a big number in Major League Baseball, of course. So that's why there is zero chance I'm going to have a play on this game, because you see on TeamRankings, they give the Reds only a 58.8% chance to win the baseball game. So I would be able to play the Angels at a plus 301. Best price right now to plus 173. That's why I'm on the sideline there. Meanwhile, for the Reds, I could play them at a minus 134, minus 173. Don't think that's going to happen, so very unlikely that I'll have a play between the Angels and the Reds today at Great American Ballpark. Next up on the card, it's the Minnesota Twins at the Toronto Blue Jays. The Blue Jays did finally get a win against the Dodgers to end that series. Meanwhile, the Twins, this is a trivia question for you. Longest winning streak right now in Major League Baseball? Yeah, you guessed it, the Minnesota Twins. No one would have guessed that going into the season. It is going to be Woods Richardson on the bump today for Minnesota. Patrick Corbin. People loved to fade him 2 years ago, and that he showed some signs of life last year, of course. We'll see how he does here in 2026. The Twinkies will get their first crack at him here today. Now, we do have a difference of opinion in the computer numbers. ESPN actually favors Minnesota, maybe because of the 4-game winning streak. Meanwhile, TeamRankings gives the largest edge to the Blue Jays with a 56.3% implied win percentage. You average the 3 out, gives you implied odds on Toronto to minus 116. Because of ESPN saying Toronto's the underdog, I would play Toronto at a minus 112. Well, that's not going to happen. They're the favorite, and they're a minus 130 here. So I will not be in the Blue Jays. I do think there is a strong possibility that I'll be on Minnesota in this game. I'd play the Twins at a plus 137. Best price right now at the plus 130. What I'm anticipating is there's going to be some faders of Minnesota. I know Larry took the Blue Jays for the series against the Twins on the podcast last night. I get that logic. So I do think this number is going to creep up a little bit. And at the end of the day, I would expect I'll be at Minnesota. I think I'll get my plus 137 at some point during the course of the day, just not playing it to start, of course. Okay, next up, the Athletics at the Mets. The Athletics, once again, got me nice back-to-back wins to help the bankroll in New York. Well, they stay in New York. This time they'll take on the Mets. Holmes is on the bump today for New York. That's a little scary. He's got a 2-0 record with a 1.42 ERA. Looking at the numbers here, well, you see FanGraphs and TeamRankings have identical numbers, 58.6% win probability on the Mets. Meanwhile, ESPN heavily favoring the Mets at a 66.10. Implied odds, minus 157 on the Mets. I would play this at a minus 132. I may actually get there. It's at a minus 142. The Athletics, I would need a plus 208 to play because of the ESPN number being so low. The odds with ESPN, a plus 195, puts me needing a plus 208 to play this game at a 142. That's not going to happen. So if I'm going to have any play, once again, it would be on the Mets. The computer numbers definitely like the Mets a whole lot better than the book so far this year. And so the Mets could be in play there as a favorite for me. But as of the moment, I'm still 10 basis points off from being able to play that game. So no action for me at Citi Field. Next up, we get to the Trop in Tampa, or St. Pete, I should say. It is the Yankees taking on the Rays. Luis Gil gets the call today for the Yankees. We'll get to see him for the first time. Here we go again. Difference of opinion. TeamRankings actually favors the Yankees with a 57% win probability. Meanwhile, ESPN gives the Rays a 56% win probability. When stuff like that happens, the implied odds, well, they're basically coin flip territory. Tampa Bay at a minus 101. So I would need a plus 142 to be able to play the Rays. Best price in the market, plus 135. That could happen. Yankees, I would also need a plus 135 to play. Right now, it's a minus 135. So I know I won't be on the Yankees. It's not going to move 70 basis points for me. Much stronger possibility that I'll be on Tampa Bay if it moves the 7 basis points. But right now, no play at the top for me between the Yankees and the Rays. Next up, we go to Camden Yards. It's the Giants and the O's. And looking at this, very narrow bandwidth here. Not a lot of variance between the three different computer numbers. Implied odds of a plus 120 on San Francisco. I would play them at a plus 134. Right now, best price at a plus 115. That's a little bit of a large gap. Not sure if I'll close that. On the other side, I'd play Baltimore at a minus 107. They're currently a minus 115. With a favorite at home, not expecting to move that number enough to get a play. But yesterday, I got a play on the Marlins I didn't expect to get a play on. Maybe I'll get a play on the O's that I don't expect to get a play on. So we'll see how that one shapes up between San Francisco and Baltimore. Next up, it's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Atlanta Braves. You got Ciccone on the bump there for Cleveland. Bryce Elder makes his start once again for the Atlanta Braves. On the extremes, we have ESPN giving the Braves a 62.2% win probability. Meanwhile, FanGraphs gives the Braves only a 59.5% win probability. Average those out, we get an implied odds of a minus 154 in Atlanta. Right now, I'd play the Braves at a minus 135. Best prices at a minus 125. It's possible. Well, actually, that's a play. What am I talking about? That's a play. I'm on the Braves. I got to be on the Braves. I don't know how I missed that today. Wow. Okay. Let's put in the Atlanta Braves at a minus 125. It's Friday morning, I guess, everyone. I completely missed that. It's like, wait a second. How didn't that light up in yellow for me? On the Cleveland side, I'd play it at plus 176. Once again, best price 125. Not going to be a play because I'm now on Atlanta. Let's put that down. We're on Bryce Elder and the Atlanta Braves at the minus 125. Wow. Okay. Next up, we got the Chicago White Sox taking on the Kansas City Royals. And let's see, extreme again, Kansas City on ESPN, 68.8% win probability. TeamRankings favors the Royals with the least number at 61.5%. Put the averages together, you get implied odds on Kansas City at a minus 181. I'd play the Royals at a minus 149. Best price currently a minus 163. So I have a fairly large gap there to close to have action on the Kansas City side. I will not be on the White Sox today. That ESPN number put that number for low odds at a plus 221. So I'd need a 235 to play the White Sox. Best price at a plus 163. Not going to happen there. So if anything, I'll be on the Kansas City Royals today looking to bounce back against the Chicago White Sox. Next up, it is the Washington Nationals taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. Boy, look at this number. ESPN giving the Brew Crew a 76.4% chance to win. That gives odds on Washington at a plus 324. And this is what I was talking about. Baseball, a plus 324 on someone? That just seems extreme to me. FanGraphs gives the Brewers the least favorite amount at 61.5% win probability. Our implied odds averaging the three thanks to the ESPN number. Milwaukee at a minus 207. I could play the Brew Crew down to a minus 149. They're at best price minus 184. Not going to be a play there. For Washington, I would need a plus 345. And I mean, a plus 345, this is like NBA tanking type numbers, or in Major League Baseball, if you're playing the Dodgers and you're the Colorado Rockies on a 12-game losing streak, maybe you could touch a plus 345. But this early in the season for Washington to need that type of number at Milwaukee, that's just crazy talk. So no play there between Washington and Milwaukee. I'm not closing the gap, so I don't even think I need to look at that game the rest of the day. Next up, it's the Boston Red Sox and the St. Louis Cardinals. Interesting numbers here. ESPN, once again, the extreme. They like Boston with a 64.3% win probability. FanGraphs has it a whole lot closer to a coin flip, giving Boston a 51.6% win probability. Average the 3 out, you get implied odds on Boston at minus 135. I'd play him at a plus 101. Best price 133 on the minus side. Not going to happen. Meanwhile, St. Louis, thanks to that crazy ESPN number, I would need a plus 192 to play. I'm not closing 60 basis points. Best price, once again, a plus 133. So I'll be sitting that one out at Busch Stadium between Boston and St. Louis. Next up, it is the Houston Astros taking on the Seattle Mariners. And good news for these clubs, somebody's going to win. Houston has lost 4 in a row. Seattle has lost 5 in a row. Larry on the podcast last night, he tackled pronouncing the Houston pitcher's name. I'm not even going to pronounce it. I'll just spell it. I-M-A-I. There you go, Larry. Just spell it. We'll buy some vowels there, and we'll get that one right. But ESPN actually favors Houston in this one. Both FanGraphs and TeamRankings, they favor Seattle. Implied odds averaging the 3 out. Seattle at a minus 112. But because they're an underdog at ESPN, I would need a plus 114 to play it. They are right now best price in the market, minus 128. So I won't be on the Seattle side. I could be in play, though, on Houston. I'd play the Astros at a plus 135. Best price right now is at a plus 128. So I could see getting involved by first pitch here tonight on the Houston Astros. Next up, it's the Colorado Rockies at the San Diego Padres. And once again, the Rockies broke my heart last night, losing in an extra innings. Stayed up late, just cheering that one on, and nope, didn't go my way. I wasted a lot of time there on a loser. But Colorado is an underdog. Let's see. FanGraphs is the extreme here. 63% chance on the Padres to win the baseball game. Meanwhile, ESPN has this one much tighter with San Diego with a 56.9% win probability. Average everything out. Implied odds of the Padres at a minus 156. I'd play it all the way down to a plus 123, and right now best price minus 173. So I won't be on the San Diego side. Like most days in Major League Baseball, the Rockies are probably going to be in play for me. I'd be playing the Rockies at a plus 181. That plus 173 is so close to getting to that number. I could definitely see myself in play on Colorado once again by the end of the night. Okay, next up, we have the Texas Rangers taking on the L.A. Dodgers. Mr. Glasnow's on the bump for the Dodgers here. And boy, does ESPN like him tonight. 73.8% win probability. Meanwhile, FanGraphs give the Dodgers 65.4% win probability. Implied odds on the Dodgers at a minus 220. Here we go again. So I would play this one at a minus 177. And right now, best price is at a minus 212. So I will not have a play there on Dodger Blue. On the Texas side, because of the ESPN number being so crazy extreme, that put that number at 282. I would play this one at a plus 300, plus 212. I'm not going to get to that number. So once again, this is another game I probably don't need to look at the rest of the way because I know I will not have a play between Texas and the Dodgers. And that's it. I guess that's the entire card here for Friday. So recapping what I will be on and what I think I'll be on, I think I'll probably end up being on the Rockies again. I think there's a strong possibility I'll be on the Astros today. I think that I will have a play. Well, Kansas City could come into play. Maybe a little longer shot to have a play in the Royals there. We'll see. I am on Atlanta, by the way. Braves are already a play. I need to put that one down. And then, let's see, Baltimore could come into play. Tampa Bay could come into play. I could see the Mets coming into play. I could see the Twins coming into play. I do already have Arizona. And, I think maybe Miami could end up as a play as well. And Pittsburgh could end up as a play. So I guess those are the plays that I think I might have here for a Friday. But hope you guys are enjoying this show. Thank you for the feedback I've received so far. Once again, not the smartest guy in the world, that's for sure. So I'm taking my handicapping skills out of the equation. We're just applying some more computer numbers and some math behind it to get best value on the board and trying to be disciplined here with the results anyway. But hope everyone has a great Friday. Enjoy the Masters and enjoy a great day of Major League Baseball, including day baseball at Wrigley Field. Doesn't get much better than that. Have a great Friday, everyone.